So, as you'll see on the graph, the rate of illegal drug taking by adults declined between 1980 and 1993, and has remained moderately stable ever since.
The implementation of mandatory minimums and drug sentencing proves to be effective then, doesn't it?
Crime has been shown to remain high during implementation of conservative policies, and it is widely known that incarceration is not an effective deterrent.
Criminals have taken entire neighborhoods from decent, hard-working, law-abiding citizens. Are the rest of us supposed to sit back and watch that happen with no repercussions?
So putting them all in jail, 18 and 19-year-old kids, men and women with young children, first-time offenders, just solves everyone's problems then, doesn't it? Rachel Acevedo. Victor Ramos. What happens to them when they're released?
Realistically or statistically? Never mind that, they're the same. They reoffend. They're criminals.
And tricking a 19-year-old father into a 10-year mandatory minimum sentence?
Drugs kill people just like murderers kill people. Mandatory minimum sentencing has equated the two in a court of law, and delivered equal punishment for two charges that have the same end result.
Not all drug offenders are distributors. Most are just low-level addicts feeding a need for which they need to be rehabilitated. Some are congressmen. Take your pick.
That's not as witty as you and all the other liberal hippie Democrats you went to college with think it is. Reagan didn't start the war on drugs because low-level offenders need rehabilitation.
Reagan is dead.
No, Bohemia is dead. The 1990s alone saw asset forfeitures of over $5 million associated with drug arrests.
We are not talking about the 90s. We are talking about right now. The significant rise in arrests does not correlate with the number of those actively using drugs.
I'm the one attempting to do some good, or do you really want to live somewhere where there are people tweaking on the streets outside your home and where your children go to school?
The Boston Globe reports that most high-level offenders with assets to forfeit and trade evade the mandatory minimums anyhow. This is merely a political front. Have you ever considered that's not as simple as us against them?
No. But I see you have. How about we call it a night, and continue this tomorrow?